Tonight we are recognizing champions in our statewide network and our behavioral health system. And we are going to thank, applaud, and celebrate many people tonight. But there are a few groups of folks without whom we literally would not be here right now. So first, to our statewide network of affiliate independent, peer-run wellness and recovery organizations. You are the reason Maryland has the longest continuously running statewide consumer network in the nation. Oh my gosh, round of applause. If you are a member, a staff member, a board member, a volunteer in one of these incredible organizations, when I call your center's name, please stand up and be recognized. We're going to start all the way from Western Maryland and work our way here. Office of Consumer Advocates, on our own of Frederick, on our own of Carroll. Are we standing? Are these people? Okay, great, good, yes. On our own of Prince George's County, PWRS in Montgomery County, on our own of Calvert, on our own of St. Mary's. We're feeling very humble. Yes, please, let's toot our horns. Let's celebrate peer support. On our own Baltimore, helping other people through empowerment, hope, New Day in Hartford, on our own of Cecil, Chesapeake Voyagers, and Lower Shore Friends. Thank you all for everything you do all day, every day. You know, collectively, our statewide network provides peer support, works in peer support with over 8,000 unique people across the state every year. Truly amazing. And being peer-run means peers everywhere, in the community, in the center, in the office, and in the boardroom. On Our Own of Maryland is proud to be peer-run, meaning a majority of our board of directors and all of our staff identify with lived experience. We are in a season of growth, and our board is the greatest group of gardeners. So board members of On Our Own of Maryland, please stand as you're able so we can recognize and appreciate you. Yes. If we must, yes, thank you. Thank you, incredible board members. All right, the next group of folks have pulled some long days and some late nights to make sure that we all had smooth sailing today, and that's our incredible staff team at On Our Own of Maryland. I am so grateful to spend every week with these hardworking, creative, thoughtful, and really super fun people. So please can we recognize Chris, RJ, Kaylee, Sebastian, Kate, Rashima, Chris, Michelle, Michael, and especially the master gardener of this incredible event, our Director of Community Engagement, Jennifer Brown. You had a great time. Jennifer Brown is the lady behind it. But we also really want to thank the team here at Princess Royale because they have welcomed us into our home, they have sheltered us, and they have nourished us. So please give a big hand to our servers and all the wonderful staff. Please express your thanks when they come around with dessert. All right, so this year with 2 very full days together and many people to spotlight, we want to make sure that each awardee gets their full moment in the spotlight. Tomorrow at lunch, we are going to fully celebrate 3 outstanding advocacy and peer support champions, but I would ask you to join me now in seeing, hearing, and valuing them. That's Donna Bruce, winner of the Michelle Deere Advocacy Award, Diana Flores of the Luann Townsend Courage Award, and Najma Durrani of the Gus Ratalis Service Award. Can we give a round of applause? You will hear all about their incredible journeys tomorrow. So as we're standing here, sitting here, eating here, digesting here, I really think a lot about tradition and the balance between tradition and innovation, between our past and our future, because that's what an awards dinner is all about. It's about recognizing what we've accomplished and being inspired for what we're going to do next. And so one of our traditions is to reflect on the history of the consumer movement of Maryland. In 1981, a group of consumers began to meet in the basement of a church in Catonsville. The group eventually took its name, On Our Own, from advocate Judy Chamberlain's transformative book, which chronicled her journey through a stigmatizing and ineffective mental health system and advocated for consumers to create their own network of independent alternative services. In 1982, that group became officially incorporated as a nonprofit, On Our Own Inc., which is still growing strong in Baltimore City. On Our Own Inc., make some noise. More than 40 years, incredible. And then over the next decade, this network sponsored the first ever statewide conference for mental health consumers. That's right, this tradition has been going on since 1982. We also hosted the first national consumer conference, Alternatives 85, opened the first federally funded consumer-run drop-in center, helped form on-our-own groups all over Maryland, and for a statewide organization that would work for systems change. In 1992, a certain person you may know, Mr. Mike Finkel, yes, please. Incredible superhero, Mike Finkel, came in as the founding executive director, and for over 30 years, we have been expanding peer-run alternatives, person-centered training, and systems-level advocacy. So today at On-Earn of Maryland, we have nearly a dozen projects, from our anti-stigma project, to RAP, to intentional peer support, to our TAY Transitional Age Youth Project, to recovery training and special events like this conference. We train, we coordinate, we provide technical assistance, and we continue to fight for the rights of consumers, survivors, ex-patients, peers, and people with lived experience of mental health and substance use needs. We've come a long way since that first meeting in 1981, and tonight we're going to celebrate some of the people who've traveled with us on this long journey of growing and blooming. So our very first award is an award of special recognition, and we're going to talk a little bit about Main Street housing. So our award of special recognition. Yeah, we're good? All right, okay, fabulous. So our award of special recognition is presented to someone in the behavioral health field who has recognized significant innovation, leadership, contribution, or achievement. Main Street Housing is a peer-operated organization that creates life-changing housing opportunities and empowers people living with mental health disabilities to have a place to call home. But it all started with an idea. In the late 90s, On-Earn of Maryland was organizing meetings of stakeholders to brainstorm solutions to one of the biggest challenges facing consumers, housing. Is housing still an issue? A little bit, kind of still an issue, kind of a major thing. But if you were living with mental health issues, the options just weren't good. There were residential programs and group homes, but they were crowded. There was a lot of stigma, and everything was linked to services and to a medical model of mental illness. Where could you find housing that supported recovery and independence, where you could stay well, be well, and live your life just like everybody else? And this one guy, who's had a big old grin and just this huge mop of very curly hair, this one guy named Ken Wireman, he said, hey, what if we buy a house? And then he and Mike Finkel and other leaders went to the state, and they said, hey, what if we bought a house? We can do this. Can we have a grant? And the state said, yeah. And in 1999, Main Street Housing was launched as a new program of On-Earn of Maryland. Okay, so the whole story is like a little bit more complicated than that, but you get the general gist. In 2002, Main Street purchased its first property, a lovely little duplex in Washington County. And this year, in their 25th anniversary, they own and operate 36 properties across 11 counties in Baltimore City with space for over 100 tenants. I was personally very lucky to serve on the board of Main Street Housing and then later on the staff. And when Main Street Housing says quality, affordable, independent housing, they mean it. Quality, meaning a house in a neighborhood where anyone would be proud to live. Affordable, meaning a monthly rent that you can find in your budget even if you only get $900 some in SSI. Independent, meaning that you have rights in your lease like any other renter, but all the people at Main Street Housing, the hardworking maintenance staff, the property managers, the operations folks, the leaders, the board, peers, people with lived experience. Keeping something going and keeping something growing for a quarter of a century is no easy feat. And there have been a lot of truly wonderful people who've been part of that Main Street team over the years. But I do want to give a very special shout out to two folks who've been there with Ken since almost the very beginning. Senior maintenance worker, John Allen, and Senior Regional Property Manager, Gloria Bowen. Ken, please. Over 25 years, you all have created opportunities for literally hundreds of folks to experience why a home makes all the difference. And so I am glad to invite the Main Street team up here on the stage to accept your award. John, Gloria, Jen, Rabia, Nick, and Ken.
I promised to only talk for a half an hour. First of all, thank you, Honor of Maryland, for this award. I'm very grateful. We're all very grateful. I'd like to recognize current board members that are in the room. Mike Finkel and Liz, please stand up. Give them a round. Actually, everybody that's ever been on the board. There's a few past board members here, including our very own Katie Rouse, so please stand up. So Katie made a point of mentioning she was on the board and she was on the staff, and she said right now just everything I was planning to say. So I'm kind of already done, other than it's been a wonderful 25 years. We have a lot of work to go. A special shout out to Tommy, who's not here, but let me run it down. So Nick is our social work student. He's been with us 9 months, but he's here because he represents every social work student we've ever had. And he got 3 grants written. He became part of the team intimately, and I need to tell him right now that we got the first one for Talbot County for new flooring. So give Nick a round. Robbie has been with us 3 months, and she's hit the ground running and has her whole region already under control, so give her a round. Tommy has his region, and he's not here, so let's not applaud for him. No, give Tommy a round of applause. Jennifer is our operations manager. She's a very quiet person, but she keeps all the trains running on time and things happening on time. So she's been with us now 6 years. Give her a round. Gloria Bowen controls the Eastern Shore magically 16 years with Main Street Housing. Please give her a round of applause. And John Allen is the very first person I hired to help with Main Street Housing, 18 years. Still running, still going, still controlling all the maintenance on the Western Shore. Thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, we're having our 25-year celebration. The QR code is down there at our table. I hope some of you can attend. Well, I hope all of you can attend. Senator Ben Cardin's going to be there as our honorary guest. We're going to have Alyssa Lord showing up. We're going to have the Secretary of the Department of Housing and Community Development. Should be a very fun evening. Thank you again very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.